Home is where our stories begin. Our Town, Our Kids works with local Kansas communities to reduce the number of their youth at risk for involvement in the juvenile justice system.
Facilitation. What does it mean to you? For me, it's one of those words that has been used so many times and in so many ways that it has lost its meaning. For some, the word means performing the function of leading a meeting. To others, it means being the master of ceremonies. And still for others, it means helping a group make something happen. Ingrid Benz describes facilitation as a way of providing leadership without taking the reins in her book, Facilitation at a Glance. She then describes the facilitator's role as the job of enabling others to assume responsibility for the group and take the lead. In The Skilled Facilitator, Roger Swartz describes the facilitator's role as to help the group improve its process in a manner consistent with the core values. Thus, facilitation is about assisting the educating a group to increase its effectiveness in doing its work and making its decisions. Hi, I'm Bruce Chladny, and I want to thank you for agreeing to serve as a study circle facilitator for the Our Town, Our Kids Juvenile Justice Project. This 2-year Kansas Department of Corrections funded program is aimed at bringing communication together to engage in meaningful discussion about the juvenile justice system in their community and to build capacity so that interested stakeholders utilize data more effectively to make important decisions. Now, let's spend the next few minutes discussing exactly what your role will be as a facilitator. You're being asked to convene, conduct, and guide a method of facilitation called study circles. A study circle is a group of 8 to 12 individuals who will meet regularly 4 times over a period of 4 or 5 months to address the critical public issue of juvenile justice in a democratic, collaborative way. Participants will come together to examine the issue from many points of view and identify areas of common ground, and ultimately will emerge with recommendations for action that will help make positive change in the community and the juvenile justice system. As a facilitator, you will be a content-neutral party who can ensure that a fair, open, and inclusive process is used to accomplish the group's work. At times, a group may request that you wear a number of different hats. This can become confusing, not only for you, but for all those involved. Therefore, it is important that you are aware of these roles, be able to recognize them so that you can find others to assist and fill them when necessary. Some of the possible roles you may be asked to fill are the leader, whereby you are directing and making the decisions for the group. A manager, tasked with providing logistical support during the event. An educator or a technical advisor, whereby you're providing technical and sometimes biased information. The secretary or the recorder, recording the meeting events and outputs. Or you may be asked to be a community organizer that includes providing organization and leading the effort. Or to serve as a community coach whose primary role it is to listen, observe, and ask questions of the community. But keep in mind that as the facilitator, you are responsible for these 4 areas. Keeping the focus of the group. Here, you help the group identify the need for the work, the scope of the work, and the deliverables as a result of the work. And you ensure that all participants understand the goals of the group and work to maintain them, and that the group focus is utilizing a process that helps accomplish these goals. Deciding on the facilitation process to be used. In order to discover what process to use, generally, you will have to meet with representatives of the group. Through these meetings, you can determine the needs of the group, expectations, and desired outcomes and goals from the activity. You can then use this information to develop an effective process that will allow the group to achieve the desired outcomes. There are a number of different facilitation models or group processes to choose from. In our case, we have already chosen to use study circles. Managing the relationships of individuals within the group. To do this, you must involve all appropriate stakeholders in the process and the discussions. Provide clarity about the process and decisions to all participants. Make sure they understand what the group decided and what the future steps or activities will be. Address conflict and behavior problems within the group. Maintain a sense of humor and enjoyment. Provide requested and needed resources for the group to use. the facilitator does not provide the answers. They come from within the group and also from credible sources. However, the facilitator is the liaison between the group and the project leaders and student assistants who are responsible for gathering the necessary information and data. It is, however, your responsibility to see that all requested information is disseminated in a timely fashion. Realize that people in groups contribute in different ways and in different amounts. Capitalize on what people have to offer from their many life experiences. Facilitating a meeting is different from leading a monthly organizational meeting using parliamentary procedure. As the facilitator of a study circle, you will be asked to do the following: help recruit and gather a diverse audience. Coordinate the time, the place, and frequency of your 4 meetings. Grant organizers will provide you with meeting agendas, templates, and necessary materials for you to use at each session. Help with information dissemination, as well as provide grant organizers with data and informational needs for each session. Follow effective facilitation strategies to engage all voices fairly and safely. And above all, enjoy the work, knowing that you are proactively making a difference in the community.
Our Town, Our Kids is a pilot project funded through the Kansas Department of Corrections, Kansas Advisory Group, and the Office of Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention. The university group is K-State Juvenile Justice Collaborative, a multidisciplinary team from Kansas State University, Fort Hays State University, and K-State Extension. Ultimately, Our Town, Our Kids aims to empower local communities with a scalable, comprehensive set of tools which will stand as an exemplar to other counties across Kansas and beyond. For more information, please go to our website at ourtownourkids.org or reach out to us directly with questions, concerns, and feedback. Thank you for your time and attention.